So there it is. Now the Proline Windjammer 2 fits in seconds, it's two-way vented, it's fully washable, no adhesive or tape is required, and it's made from a 4-way stretched, super soft, waterproof neoprene. And all of this adds together to reduce wind noise and drafts. But what I'm going to do is see if any of that is actually true. This was a very gratefully received Christmas present, and I'm really excited to get it on. Pull it out of the box. We've got in here what looks like an offcut of some kind of wetsuit or S&M device. But the idea is this goes onto the bottom of the helmet like that, and it creates a makeshift seal around your neck to reduce wind noise as it makes the wind fly smoothly past the big massive open area that's at the bottom of your helmet. That's what she said. Now this is actually the Windjammer Mark II, and at first look it looks a bit strange because it's got this cardboard stuff in there and no actual instructions anywhere. But underneath that, because I'm assuming you're actually supposed to peel it off despite the fact that it's actually sewn on, but underneath that is a really sticky strip. Now I know that the Mark I had silicone rubber banding in there because I remember looking at one about 10 years ago. These things have been around forever. I mean, you could say we should be a bit worried about how successful this is going to be because they're not super common. But anyway, we'll see for ourselves. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm assuming you're supposed to actually remove this cardboard stuff. And allegedly, this super sticky strip here can be stuck to the helmet and then removed and then stuck to the helmet and removed over and over again, and even chucked through the washing machine, but time will tell as to how true those statements are. It looks like the person who assembled my particular model has grey hair and recently had a shave or a haircut. That's wonderful. Didn't expect to get a free delivery of DNA with my Windjammer 2. Already I've stuck the non-slippery side onto the sticky strip. That's not great. Don't need that. And then to stick it on the helmet, the Proline bit goes at the back. I'm a little bit concerned about this helmet because that really is sticky, because it has this pointy outy lip at the back here, so I'm hoping that I can stretch this around it and get it to get a good fix. I mean, if anything, that might make it better because it's got a corner to go around. Not quite sure how to go about this without getting in a terrible mess. I'm going to go for the old stick it inside out trick, which I just made up in my mind. So starting at the front, I'll stick that there like that. Marvellous. And then I suppose I've just got to work around. Really do with another hand here, and I think I'm actually going to employ one of these cushions to stop bashing my helmet around. Right, there's the cable for my power kit. I'll stick that up out the way. Still want to be able to get to that. Quite annoying this is going to cover up where I actually attach my power pack. I'll have to put another one up here, I suppose. So as if by magic, I've removed that piece of jewel lock from there, and we'll carry on. Okay, already I've run into a problem. I haven't stretched it enough. You obviously need to get a proper good stretch. This seam should be in the middle of the helmet at the back. Back up. Try again. Give it a good stretch this time. Yep, that's got it. Except I've overdone it this time. Try again. Third time lucky, eh? Right, that's it. Almost bang on in the middle. Tidy all this up in a minute. God, that is really sticky. There's the other end of the cable for my power thingy and the microphone for the camera, so they both need to be accessible. So there we go. That is on. A little bit off center. Maybe try and even that up a little bit. There's also, this does handily give me somewhere when I'm riding without the camera. Somewhere to poke my cables. Nice. Not quite level at the front there. Even that up. OCD alarm's going crazy. Oh, faff. Right, I think that'll do it. Looking even-ish. Covering up all of my gaps and holes around here. It's nice and firmly fitted. And that's that. All fitted. Check it out. Just need to see if I can get my head in there now. It's worth bearing in mind as well that this is an extra large shell. So it's about as big as you can get. My head is the box that most other people's heads came in. Marvellous. So now, let's get out on the bike and see how much of a difference it's made. See you on the road.
Hello. Well, this is complete and utter madness, in case you hadn't noticed. It is shitting it down with snow. Great conditions for riding a motorbike. Just going to give you a really quick couple of various speed tests to see how much of a difference this Windjammer thingy actually makes. Try not to kill myself. And here we are again with the Windjammer installed, because obviously it makes no sense to try and do a before and after video unless you do a before and an after. And I've cunningly dressed in the blue jacket so that you can tell that this is the after video, whereas in the black jacket was the before video. And I can already say the difference is noticeable. There's a lot less breeze in my helmet. The problem with that, of course, is that I'm steaming up like crazy. Luckily I've got the pin lock in, so that's alright. So here we are doing 50 kilometers an hour. Can't promise that I can repeat the conditions next time because hopefully there won't be any snow. But yeah, there's 50 kilometers an hour. It's with the Windjammer. With the Windjammer. With. Start braking 4 miles before the lights. See that, ladies and gents? -2 degrees. It goes without saying that all of my heated devices, vest and grips, are on maximum. I've actually bypassed the light blinker in the heated vest, gone straight for full-on 100% juice. And obviously the difference isn't going to be quite so noticeable at low speeds because there isn't as much wind at low speeds. I'm expecting the real difference to be up there on the motorway. As far as I'm concerned right now, with what I can hear with my actual ears in my actual helmet, I'm getting just the noise of the wind on the outside of the helmet. There's no wind inside. It's making a nice seal around my neck. So the wind's just passing straight under the helmet and none of it's creating any turbulence inside, which I'm hoping is going to be making my voice really clear. I hope it's going to be making me really intelligible. So there's at 80 kilometers an hour, which is about 50 miles per hour. So this is without the Windjammer. With the Windjammer, without the Windjammer, without the Windjammer, with. I'm just as excited to see how it turns out as you are, if I'm honest. So what do you reckon? I often notice as well the thing that suddenly makes a loud roaring sound on both the microphone and in my ears is when you turn your head for your over-the-shoulder checks. So see how a few of those go. Just the slightest increase in volume, but barely anything really. Although one big problem, if you can see this, my pin lock is actually starting to fog up itself. Nobody likes a foggy pin lock, do they? This is pretty extreme conditions though. We are below freezing right now. Questions on everybody's lips. Can you still hear the rev bomb? So I'm just noticing while I've had time to look around, I get a little bit of resistance on the neck when I give it a full right and left neck crane. But other than that, don't really feel like it's there. Not really noticing it. The mountains of Hamburg. Beautiful, aren't they? Well, so far, taking into account, of course, that I haven't actually been over the national speed limit yet. I haven't even been over 50 miles an hour yet. But still, my head, my face, my chin, my neck, it's all really warm and comfy. So this thing is definitely doing the job of keeping the wind out from a comfort standpoint. We get past all this nonsense, find out how it performs from a noise perspective. This is rubbish. Nah, I don't want to be doing motorway speeds on this. Mission failure, abort, back to base. Come on lads, wrap it up, we're going home. And I don't think it looks too ridiculous either. The plain black is good. It just looks like the bottom band on the helmet. It doesn't look out of place at all. I was really concerned that it was going to be like some horrendous abomination strapped around the bottom of the helmet. Like the chavs caning around the town centre in their SR Novas. Like bits of old kitchen worktops and tea trays and curtains and stuff all just kind of stuck around the bottom of their cars like body kits. I suppose it wouldn't be SR Novas now, would it? So out of touch. What an old man. What is the chav car of choice nowadays? Okay, mission back on. Probably can't see a lot, but it's the sound that's important. So there's 100 kilometers an hour without the Windjammer. This is with the Windjammer. Without the Windjammer. With the Windjammer. Without. It's with the Windjammer. Without. Without. Again, I want to see this. So despite the 100 kilometers an hour speed, visor is still fogging up in the actual pin lock. There's obviously a hell of a lot of moisture in there along with the warmth, and it's not getting out. I could crack it a bit actually, on danger of not being able to see. It's annoying, isn't it? You get a solution which seems to take away a whole bunch of problems, but just seems to bring even more along with it. There are the mechanical harbour giraffes of Hamburg, silhouetted against the majestical sunset. Finally, that's 120. So this is the sound of it without the Windjammer, with the Windjammer, without the Windjammer, with the Windjammer, without, with, without. But of course the real test of functionality is going to be crazy German motorway speeds, isn't it? So let's see how that does. Yeah, this is the Windjammer at 150 kilometers an hour, which is just shy of 100. I'm running out of road, so that's going to have to do, I'm afraid. The dream is that you could hear me clearly. There we go, get another crack at this. Okay, so that's with the Windjammer at 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometers an hour. And hopefully you can hear me quite clearly, but once again, running out of road, and there's a speed limit now. So hopefully that worked really well. Hopefully this little beauty is doing a wonderful job and you can hear me clearly despite the fact that I'm hacking along on the motorway. So there you go, folks. Don't say I don't never do nothing for you. I've risked my life in these treacherous conditions just to show you how effective this jib job is. So, my summary in a tunnel. I really like it, I'm impressed. Helmet steams up a bit too much. If I didn't have a pin lock, this just wouldn't work at all. It would be steaming up far too much. There is half a litre of water on my visor right now. It's comfortable, it was easy and quick to fit, it was cheap. I think it cost about £12.99 from Amazon. I'll put the link in the thingy down below. They're not giving me anything for that, but that's the kind of caring, sharing, me to you kind of a bloke I am. Seems pretty well made. Stitching all seems pretty strong. I guess durability is a question of time, really, isn't it? Literally. Just have to wait and see how long it lasts. Overall, pretty happy with it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.